During the unprecedented COVID-19 lockdown of 2020, a typical Northern Irish family agreed to document their lives in these unprecedented times. Graham, a children's entertainer, and Rebecca, a civil servant, filmed their daily lives to give a picture of a normal family dealing with an unprecedented quarantine. Over the course of an unprecedented 3 months, this Belfast family created an unprecedented personal portrait of the state of the nation during one of the most unprecedented times in world history. So, when we started, this whole lockdown process, it was really hard to get used to everything, particularly all the restrictions.
It was. I called it the nicotine up-down.
He did.
I found I had a tendency to forget the whole thing was even happening, and it was never went down too well.
No, because, the government told us that we had to stay at least 2 metres apart at all times. And all we had was a wee 30-centimetre ruler.
Yeah. But you would be give or take another 2 centimetres either side of that, because there's always that wee bit at the end, 32 centimetres. Okay.
Take the gap, where are you?
I want to go down there.
Right.
Well, you come this way.
No, right, you go up the way and I go down the way. Right? Keep her tight.
Good job.
Tight.
There we go. Oh, tight.
That way, right. Go that way. Here. Right. Okay. So we had to figure out how far 2 metres actually was, and then, try and stick to that at all times, which was easier said than done.
It is. I'm just working it out now. It's about 8 lengths of the ruler, but we didn't even think of doing that actually.
No. Graham and Rebecca tried numerous strategies for abiding by the social distancing restrictions.
Aye, that looks good now.
Is that alright, love?
Aye, that is.
Great job, isn't it?
Right, you want to try it out now?
Okay.
Okay, you just follow the eye. Now,
Great
don't go
job.
too fast because your legs are longer than me. You'll take shorter time to get around.
Oh, that's
You're making it. No, follow it. It's a one-way system.
right. I'll follow them. And of course with the child as well. That was a difficult thing.
That was really hard to figure out, how to tell a child, stop. You can't come near me now.
I told him this is how it was, but you might as well tell a dog.
Yeah, so then we had to really think, how actually are we going to manage this? I mean, we've relaxed it a wee bit, now.
Between ourselves.
Just to a metre between the two of us. But trying to figure out how to deal with Josh was one of the biggest hurdles. So we decided, that we could just put him in his room.
And close the door, and when this is all over, when he's safe and we know that he's not going to be harmed, we can
let him out.
Take him out again.
Just put a wee banana in there for you. Right, up you go.
We've got a whole system in place now where we can deliver meals and empty his wee bucket.
3 times a day.
And we talk to him through the door, don't we?
Sing him a wee song at night time.
We do.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Oh, Queen man. And we can hear him chatting away.
Happy as Larry.
He's delighted with himself, isn't he?
Sometimes you think there's 2 or 3 people in there that talks with him.
I know. I know. So, that was a challenge, but we sorted that one out. But the one that we've been consistently struggling with was the cats.
Pair of cats, there's 2 of them.
Like many people, Graham and Rebecca struggled with difficult decisions regarding pets.
Beyonce and Tiggers.
Gorgeous.
They're beautiful, like, but the thing
Beautiful.
with cats is that they are in and out of the house all the time, and you just couldn't take the risk.
No, and they were going to other people's houses. There's one that comes back the size of a 2-ton horse each time, you know.
You know, so you wouldn't know what they'd be coming back with. So we've tried really hard to find ways to manage that. And one of the ideas we came up with first was to wash the cat's paws whenever they come in from outside.
Happy birthday 2 times, soap and water trick.
But that, you know, that proved to be quite difficult because my arms,
Just they ripped the thread.
I ripped to ribbons it was. So then we thought, well, maybe we could, you know, get some wee gloves to put on the cat's paws. But I don't know if you've ever tried to put gloves.
Condoms, you mean?
Graham.
It's not
So
so
they
if we're
had to
using
go-
it.
So they had to go.
Oh, for God's sake. Graham! Graham, the cats are back. Come on, get the hose, quickly.
Shapers, you're joking me.
Unfortunately for Graham and Rebecca, the cats kept returning.
Next week on the Great British Lockdown.
It's over!
What is?
The nicotine lockdown's over!
You're joking me.
It's over!
Are you serious?
You broke fool!
Do you think that's funny? You. Get out.